Hello everyone, welcome to Binge Breakdown. In today's video we will share the story of a science fiction horror film named Hollow Man. The story revolves around a man named Sebastian Cain, a scientist who volunteers to be the first human test subject for a serum that renders the user invisible. When his fellow scientists are unable to restore him back to normal, he becomes violently insane and goes on a killing spree. The movie starts with the opening scene of a rat released in a lab which gets locked in a cage and suddenly an invisible force catches it and eats it. Later in the scene we can see an arrogant scientist named Sebastian is working on a project which is stuck at some point, but soon he found a breakthrough in it and tells her colleague and ex-girlfriend Linda that he has solved the issue in the research. Linda was impressed by his work, but Sebastian interrupted her by commenting on her personal life and asked her who's in her bed at the moment. Linda told him that it is none of his concern as both of them broke up and moved on. Later in the movie it is revealed that the arrogant scientist Sebastian Cain has developed a serum for the military that can make a subject invisible. His team includes ex-girlfriend Linda McKay, Matt Kensington, Sarah Kennedy, Janice Walton, Carter Abbey, and Frank Chase. The team succeeds in reversing the procedure, returning an invisible gorilla to visibility. Sebastian becomes infatuated with Linda again, but, unbeknownst to him, she has become involved with Matt. While presenting their research to the military, Sebastian didn't reveal the actual facts about the research. Instead of reporting his success to the military, Sebastian lies to an oversight committee, which includes his mentor Howard Kramer, telling them he is close but needs more time. He convinces part of the team to go into human testing without military authorization, keeping the rest in the dark. The procedure is successful, and Sebastian turns completely invisible. He enjoys sneaking around the lab in order to scare and play pranks on his fellow co-workers, one of which involves molesting Sarah. The team becomes concerned that Sebastian is taking it too far. The procedure to return him to visibility fails, and he is almost killed. Sebastian is quarantined in the laboratory due to his condition, and the other researchers construct a latex mask for him to wear around the lab. With the constant testing done to him and unable to cope with the isolation, he defies instructions and leaves the building. After he drives to his apartment to retrieve some items, he notices his female neighbor who he used to stalk earlier was undressing in her apartment. Sebastian's plans to exploit her. He went to her apartment and rang her bell. Her neighbor checked from the door if someone was at the door, but she couldn't see anyone. Sebastian kept ringing her bell until she opened her door to check outside. Sebastian found enough space to enter her apartment. He initially scares her by toying with her bedroom mirror and later rapes her inside her apartment. By the time Linda reached Sebastian's apartment to check but couldn't find him there, Sebastian leaves the apartment of her neighbor, takes his stuff from the apartment and reaches back to the lab. Linda warns Sebastian that if he leaves again, she and Matt will tell the committee about the experiment. Ignoring their threat, Sebastian assembles a device that runs a video loop of his heat signature in his quarters. He leaves the lab again and spies on Linda and Matt, becoming enraged when he sees them about to have sex. Becoming increasingly unstable, Sebastian later kills a dog being used as a lab animal in a fit of rage. The team discovers they have been watching a recording, and Sebastian has been leaving the lab without their knowledge. Linda and Matt go to Kramer's house and confess their experiments. After they leave, Kramer attempts to alert the army. Having followed Linda and Matt to the house, Sebastian cuts off Kramer's phone connection, then drowns him in his swimming pool. The next day, Sebastian waits until the whole team is inside the lab before he disables the phones and elevator codes except for his own. The rest of the team congregates and decides to hunt Sebastian down and subdue him. At the same time, he begins to murder the team members one by one, with Janice being his first victim after falling behind the others. Linda and the others hide in the lab, while Matt and Carter take tranquilizer guns to hunt for Sebastian using thermography goggles. Sebastian mortally wounds Carter before getting into a fight with Matt. Linda saves Matt. Sebastian then kills Sarah and Frank, and locks an injured Matt and Linda in the freezer, leaving them to die. Linda constructs an electromagnet using a defibrillator to open the door, then gathers materials to assemble a flamethrower. Meanwhile, Sebastian builds a makeshift bomb that will destroy the facility after he leaves using explosive chemicals and a centrifuge. He destroys the keyboard so that nobody can stop the machine. Just as Sebastian enters the elevator, Linda fires the flamethrower at him. Sebastian escapes and the two fight. Before Sebastian can kill Linda, Matt strikes him with a crowbar. Sebastian recovers and approaches Matt and Linda from behind with the crowbar, but Matt deflects the blow, throwing Sebastian into a nearby circuit box, shocking him and rendering him partially visible. Linda and Matt find the bomb, but cannot stop it. They attempt to climb a ladder in the elevator shaft to escape as the bomb explodes. Despite his injuries, Sebastian grabs Linda's ankle. He pulls her off the ladder and onto the top of the elevator. Linda disconnects the elevator cables, causing the partially visible Sebastian to fall to his death down the shaft. Linda and Matt emerge from the burning lab and emergency personnel take them away in an ambulance. Hope you have enjoyed today's movie recap. Follow us for more exciting and thrilling movie recaps. Make sure you click the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss any videos from Binge Breakdown.